London's South Bank had a touch of Harlem about it today when British exponents of the new breakdance craze took part in the capital's first festival.
Some other sporting news, I suppose. London's kids are apparently the tops at hip-hop.
Breakdancing, body popping, you know what I mean, man? That kind of thing.
Jeffrey Daniels in Shalimar, he was a top body popper. It was like a few of those old Marcel Marceau man got trapped behind the glass thing.
I popped. I did the electric boogaloo, and I presented something that had never been seen before and something so fresh.
The first one to moonwalk on television was a guy from Shalimar, because I remember seeing that on Top of the Pops, and then subsequently everyone talked about Michael Jackson, but I'm sure it was the guy from Shalimar who did it first.
So now my love. It's really called a backslide, but Michael changed the name to the moonwalk. Michael Jackson.
It was just amazing. I thought, yeah, this guy's cool. And my sister said, how can he be walking forwards while he's moving backwards?
Do you remember this? Is that, are you getting anything there? Is that, it's not as good as it used to be.
The day that Shalimar turned up on TV and body popped, that was the most exciting day of my school years as a child. What was the man doing? You'd never seen it before, you'd never seen this before.
And then all the little kids started doing it on the street. I mean, once that was picked up, everyone was doing it.
I remember like walking through places like Leicester Square and you'd see the kids with their big beatboxers just putting the mats down and doing it in the open air, and you'd stand and watch, and it was almost like a freaky thing to watch, and you'd think, oh yeah, great, but I couldn't do that.
Hey you, the Rocksteady crew, show what you do, make a break, make a move. Hey you, the Rocksteady crew, B-boys breakers and let you boogaloo.
It was Hey You, the Rocksteady crew, and I instantly fell in love and thought breakdancing was my way forward, my way out of the suburb.
We're going to take a break now with the Rocksteady crew, and if you're a fan of dance crazes, then you'll know that they are the greatest at breaking.
There's a new dance craze, it's probably been around for 20 years before it got to, you know, the BBC. And here, the Rocksteady crew, and they're all in identical tracksuits, and then they take turns going in the middle and spinning around. And I just went, this is the most exciting thing I've ever seen in my life. I have to do it.
We did the Roxy tour, and we went to London and Paris. When we got there, no one was breaking, and we brought it there. There's no doubt that we brought it there.
I remember desperately trying to make my mum peel up the lino in the kitchen so as I could have my own roll of lino, because you could walk around, tape it down, and then start breakdancing on the square.
We got a little crew together, the Richmond Bronx posse, and then we bought a lino. And this is how popular it was. Went into a shop and bought a second-hand lino, and the guy went, is this for breaking? So he knew. Some old bloke knew all the moves.
I never ever really knew any breakdance moves. I was awful. The only thing that most amateur breakdancers did was the swan dive, which was the standing up and then diving and then trying to kind of look as if it was an easy kind of descent to the floor. That was about as good as I got.
I was in a breakdancing crew, which didn't go very well, I must say, because I tried to do a thing called a swan dive and I injured myself, and I thought, don't think breakdancing's for me. But the boys in the crew said I could be their mascot. Clapping on the side.
Buffalo Girls was obviously a benchmark. That video was absolutely phenomenal. They were the guys.
We met Malcolm McLaren, we did the video, we got ripped off, don't care about him, let's move on.
The idea of twisting on my head and doing all those kind of things were, no.
No normal person can spin on the head. So I seem to call whenever me and my mates ever did any body popping, it would take elaborate stuff whereby two of you would stand you up on your head and then rotate you quite slowly. It was something more admired from afar than actually practice.
There were a lot of injuries, a lot of ripped up shoulders, a lot of bashed heads, a lot of twisted knees, but we absolutely, positively would not stop.
On the outside.
We would get on like the lower part of our spine and on our shoulders, what we call b-boy burns. It was kind of the mark of a true soldier.
Breakdancing is an amazing art form, and I don't think it will ever die. People are still doing it now.
And it was the most fun I think I've ever had in my life. If someone said to me, what part of your life would you want to relive now, I'd say that threesome I had about 6 months ago. But apart from that, I'd say the breakdancing. Try and edit that one.